Okay, we're back, and we have some big changes to show you. Haven't actually done any kind of construction or building, but what we did is spent a lot of time in the mine shaft and did a little bit of work outside. And I'll show you that in a second. But first here, we've got quite a bit of resources. Several stacks of redstone, got 64 iron ingots, couple stacks of coal, which really isn't enough coal. We're going to need to get more of that. Some lapis here. And I've got 7 diamonds in this chest, but I actually found 2 more spots of diamonds. One has, I think, 7, and the other one has 5 or 6. And I haven't actually mined those yet because I'm waiting to get a pick with the fortune enchant on it, because that gives you a chance to get more diamonds out of them. So I'm just going to leave them unearthed and just sitting there waiting until we have that. And as you can see, our chest is getting pretty full here. We're going to need to really start thinking about getting some additional shops set up so we can have chests for specific things. Want to have a place to get rid of all this junk, and then have, different places for each of these resources, because it's getting a little bit crowded in here. We've got some more iron cooking here, and that's about it for that. And then in this chest, we've got some cobblestone, some wood, started making some smooth stone, and some stone bricks along with the stairs. So let's go outside here. And one very cool thing that, as I left you last time, you know that we were a little worried about the villager population, because there were only, I think, 3 people running around town. And so we fixed all the doors on the buildings, and now we've got more villagers. So we've got a couple guys outside here, and another one over here, it looks like. Not sure if people are inside. Usually during the day they come out and spend most of the time outside, but they do kind of randomly go in and out. And let's see if we can find them here. No, nobody in there either. So we've got this guy here. That was rude. But I don't know if we're going to see it or not, but there were actually children. They actually made some babies, and there were children, villagers running around, which is awesome. So they've started to mate, and we've got a little log jam here. That's really funny. And there were some guys with white coats. I'm not really sure what the difference is in the colors. I think they stand for different things, like the blacksmith is one color, a typical villager. Here's a guy with a pink, purple. There's a white one. And I don't see the kids. There was a baby with a white coat earlier, and at least one baby that had the brown running around. So you can see here we're starting to get the population cooking here. Starting to get a few more of these guys. The kids might have grown up by now, but the other exciting thing is that they've actually started to populate these 2 houses that we built. And so I've seen them in this house quite a bit, and they've actually come all the way down here and been inside this home. So that's a good sign. It means that things are working as we wanted them to, and hopefully we can continue to expand and get the population going. I did some research and read online that the iron golem isn't going to come until we have, I think it's 21 villagers. So we definitely have some work to go here to get one of those. But we can also make them ourselves by placing iron on the ground, iron blocks, and then a pumpkin on top. And I don't think I've run into any pumpkins yet. But one cool thing I did want to show you, and you may have already seen it in my inventory here, is the watermelon. We actually, if you don't know, to find melon seeds, the only place you can do that is in a stronghold in a chest. And so it's a pretty rare item, kind of difficult to get sometimes. But in my mine shaft, I did find a stronghold, and one of the chests had some melon seeds. So we've got I just replaced the wheat here with some melons, and so we've got some watermelons growing here, which is awesome because that's really big. When we start getting into potion making, we're going to need these for the health potions. So that's good that we've got that out of the way. And people are still spawning out here. I think it's because they're probably spawning on the rooftops and then dropping down onto the ground, because I do still see zombies and different mobs in here. But one other thing I did too is level off some of this sand. it was a little uneven. There were areas that were lower, areas that were taller. And so I leveled that out so we can continue to build and get that going here. And I'm not sure if I should show you the mine shaft right now or not, if we could pass on that. Let's try and get the night past here. But it's really funny. I actually died quite a few times earlier. It was getting a little frustrating. But luckily I was able to get my stuff every single time. And once I died in the stronghold, because those cave spiders are just ridiculous. How they poison you and they're constantly attacking you. And it turned out that there was a spawner right above me. So it was not good news. But luckily we got all our stuff back. And we're able to survive this. So that's good. And a creeper blew up right here and took out part of this, which was really obnoxious. And I don't have enough sand to fix it right now. But the first thing I think we need to do, well, maybe not the first thing, but something that's a pretty quick priority is going to be to get some sugarcane going so we can get an enchanting table. Because we've got some diamonds now. There was some obsidian in that original chest, and also down in my cave I found some obsidian. And so we can go and get that going. This guy's just hanging out here. I thought that I saw some sugarcane somewhere. And so I think we need to get that going because it takes a little bit of time just to repopulate that and spread it out and get it growing into the amount of quantity that we're going to need to make an enchanting table. Because all those bookshelves really take a lot of sugarcane to make a full enchanting room. But we're not really going to be able to make an enchanting room until we have a house that's a proper place for it. And I'm not sure if I want to have that as a separate house entirely, or if we should have like an armory with an enchanting room as one of the wings of that building. Because generally when I enchant weapons, I just do it to get the levels because I don't want to die and lose them. And then I just put the enchanted weapon or whatever in the chest. So it might make sense to have it in the armory, but I'm not really sure here. And the next thing we're going to do is, like I said, continue to expand the village, get some more houses up. And I don't know exactly how I want to do this now, because I did want to kind of take it down the river here and try and expand it that way. And that's definitely something that I want to do. But I'm thinking we may be going straight out into the sand area here in the middle of the village to expand it that way. And I'm not sure if we should continue to use these same building materials with just the regular cobble and the wood and that type of thing, or if we want to use a little bit better building material, make it look a little bit nicer. So I'm thinking that we'll keep kind of this area, kind of the old style, and then we'll move this way with our shopping center out here, and then we'll just do it that way. So I think that's what we're going to start with right now, is start building kind of the walkway and getting things going there. So let's go grab some building materials here. Let's grab some stone bricks and some smooth stone and a bunch of wood, and I guess we could grab all of this, maybe some of that, some more wood, and I guess we could grab some cobble. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Alright. So what I want to do, like I said, is start to build some of the shops or houses that we can use for the shopping center, just so that I can start to have room for a lot of these materials that we're going to get. And so what we need to kind of figure out is what's going to be kind of our center point of this town. Maybe between these buildings. If we build a roadway going through here and connect it with our wooden path there. This guy probably wants to know what's going on, what we're doing here. But it's going to be a secret for him. And let's see. Got too much junk on us. What did I just pick up? Sand? Alright. Alright, so we'll extend this wooden walkway out. And what I'm thinking is we'll have kind of a center of town. and then we'll have like maybe a decoration or a tower or a fountain or something like that in the middle that'll kind of give us an indicator that it's the center of this town, and then we can have the shops and things around it. So if we do that, if we consider this being the center and we bring it out here, we're probably going to want to have, not sure if we want to go with stone blocks or what's the best material to use. Let's see, can you make, we can make a stone slab. So let's do that. Let's make a couple of these guys here. Alright, so if we make this the center, leaving enough room to have some buildings there, maybe come out to here. And go, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want to do like a 4x4 in the middle? That's not 4x4, it's I can't count. I'm having a really hard time with this stone texture realizing where things are. So we've got 2 on that side, 2 on that side, so we're doing 6 basically. So let's go dig these up here. So let's go 6x6. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like that. And then if I put water in here, will the water be raised up? That's the kind of the question that I've got too. If we have just dumped water in here, would it be taller than this slab? I assume it wouldn't run over at all, so we'll just keep it like that, kind of as our center point. Now, the other thing that I kind of goofed on is that we've got these guys up higher, and we probably want them lowered 1 level, and we'll have to put some stairs or some wooden half slabs to bring it down. I'm not really sure what this gravel road is doing right here, if you want to call it a road. So we'll do that, and then we'll dig this out a little bit. I really should have had some open inventory space so we could be picking up this sand, because you can never have too much sand. But we'll come get that later. So we can't even fill that in because I don't have sand. That's alright though. Alright, so we'll do something like this. This guy's freaking out. Okay. That's really funny. I don't know what he's doing. Shoot. Alright, and so then what we're going to do, once we get this established here, is kind of our town center. We need to figure out the middle of this, which is going to be here and here. Is that right? We'll just kind of have roads going off the center. So this will be kind of like the town square. And then we'll have some buildings going off of that in each direction. And that way, when we come to the center here, we'll have a place where we can gather all the resources that we need at one time. And again, having problems with this, trying to find the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess it's here and here. Okay. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with that. Alright, so we're going to extend this out as well. Do all 4 sides. And throw down some wood below it. And then we'll be able to expand this out a little bit. And I'm still kind of trying to figure out exactly what I want to have as the design for the shops, because they need to be functional for us from a chest standpoint to be able to have enough storage chests for whatever item that is. So if it's cobblestone, like the cobblestone shack, we need to have enough chests to store all the cobble that we'll need. And things like cobble and wood are going to be pretty large in quantities, I would imagine. So that's something that we're going to want to have a pretty good amount of. And so it's going to need a lot of chests. So I want it to look decent and still be a functional home for these guys, while functioning as a shop for us, I guess. And so I'm not exactly sure how I kind of want that interior to look, or how big I think it should be when it's done. And we're quickly coming to that point where we're going to start building it here, and so we kind of need to figure that out. So I guess it's going to be kind of just trial and error, and we can always make changes if we need to. But it would be really great if we could get some houses up pretty quickly and continue to repopulate this village and get more of those guys out here. Because I think that's going to be important just for the longevity of this project. Making sure that there's not a bunch of zombies killing everybody and causing problems. And plus, it would be really cool to get that iron golem to spawn sooner than later too, just so that he can help protect things and kind of add that cool factor, because I've never actually seen one in the game before. But that's what we're going to do here. Alright, so we'll pick some of this up. Let's get rid of this knight. And then we'll come back and we'll start laying the foundation for the houses. And I think it's going to take a ton of resources. And of course we can't sleep. I think it's going to take a lot of resources, you know, and I've done a lot of work, spent a lot of time gathering stuff, but it just seems like everything I've done is kind of getting used up quicker than I thought. Like, I could spend an hour gathering stuff and blow it all in 5 minutes. Is this guy on the rooftop? I hear him like he's right next to me. But I don't see him anywhere. Which is just strange. Now I don't hear him anymore. Now I hear him like he's right next to me again. I wonder, you know what I bet happened? I bet he spawned inside there. Because there's that gap in the roof. That's crazy. Watch this. He's gonna jump down. I don't know if he will jump. Will he jump? That's hilarious. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Oh god, there's like at least 3. Okay, so that was really poor design on our part. Just waiting for a creeper to walk in behind me here. It'd be amazing. Alright, so let's make the easy solution here. Put a torch. I think that's all it'll need is just one, but, you know, I guess you can't be too safe, right? Or what I think the house did, too, that other house, is they just had this open. Which, you know, I guess we could do that, too. Just leave, we'll just leave a rim. Oh, Jesus. No. God. Oh, man. That is jacked up. Wow. You know, didn't I just say something too, like, man, I hope a creeper doesn't walk up in here behind me and blow my house up? God. So unbelievable, because my inventory's full. I don't have anywhere to put this crap to pick up the other stuff. Oh, and look at that. It blew up one of those. My God, what a mess. Alright, so what I'm going to do is stop recording and fix this mess. And then I will be back once things, order has been restored.